You're listening to the One Man Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
Hey everyone, welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Weinbaum. I see some people are joining, so if you want to help me pick some fights, feel free. I will get you going here. I need to see something here. I'm trying to share this Periscope, and I never can do it right, and I don't know why that is. Here we go. Got it. Share. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. We're all here. We're going to pick some fights, so let's do it right now. Lots of people joining here, so hopefully that means we get a lot of interaction. I dig the interaction. I'm not on YouTube tonight, and I do apologize. I tried multi-streaming last week, and it was a total disaster. I tried doing the Bellator cards. I forgot to pick a fight. I had some technical things wrong. I got some facts wrong. So tonight we're going to do it right. Colby, Covington, Tyron, Woodley in Vegas. This Saturday. So that would be the 19th of September. So, I'm ready to get some comments, and I will read all of those, of course. So yeah, how about that? So if you are on Periscope, feel free to help me share my my broadcast because it's not working out for me so well. So it is what it is. See if I can share it via. I'm just gonna try one more time on Twitter. But anyway, Chris Moore, I do see your comment there. That's hilarious. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna pick a few fights here. First up, Derrick Minner versus Tj Laramie, and I wanted to pick this fight because Tj Laramie, for a recent Contender Series winner, got a contract. I actually got to meet Tj Laramie in Vegas, which was pretty cool. I did have a good time doing that. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm giving up on the share thing. Next, let's just take a look who he's fighting here. Derrick Minner. He just lost to Grant Dawson here via submission in February, the first Figueiredo fight, I believe. But he has a Dana White Contender Series win over Charlie Dubray. And before that, he was in MCF, which is the Midwest Championship fighting. This fight is taking place at featherweight, by the way. Tj Laramie, nothing but wins for a long time here. Hasn't lost since 2018, August, so almost 2 years ago. Just fought in PFC 3 times, and of course that win over Daniel Swain over at the Contender Series. So I'm going to talk about Derrick here. You know, I don't know where this guy's been or who he's been fighting, but I do know a little bit about Tj Laramie, and you know, his first reaction was to go right to the Performance Center as soon as he got that contract, and just to see if he can make bantamweight, I believe. But this fight is at featherweight, so I think they're doing this one right, and I think they're giving this Tj Laramie a very winnable fight, and I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I think that's how that's gonna go. See something here. Let's see what happens if I do this in another. This is very much bothering me. I can't do this. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. So I can just share specific followers, all followers. Oh, so it's different when it's your own stream. I was today years old when I realized that. So got it. So somebody else has to share. Okay, you know what? I'm done. All right, next up. Mirsad Bektic against Luis Alduaro. You may remember that Mirsad was kind of the big thing there. I know he worked with Mike Dolce to keep his weight down. This is also at featherweight. But he's got all of a sudden two losses in a row. Split decision Dan Ige, TKO loss against Josh Emmett. Hasn't won since 2018 against Ricardo Lamas. We need to take a look at Luis here. Just lost to Ricardo Ramos back in November last year, so he hasn't fought in like a year and some change. So that's very interesting here. But before that, a whole bunch of wins. But yeah, he does have a UFC win. Humberto Bandine. Oh man, this is tough for me to pick because Mursar for a while was very good, and he does have some notable wins. But like it's hard to ignore that he's got a 2-fight slide here. I know Luis just lost, but it was his first loss. This could be an upset here. I'm going Luis Eduardo. Yeah. Chris Moore, if you're still there, you can help me pick the Covington fight there. Oh, flyweight. No, strawweight. Mackenzie Dern, Randa Marcos. Now, normally I would poke fun at Mackenzie's weight, but according to my friend James Lynch, he just talked with Mackenzie's camp, I guess, and she's pretty close to making weight already. So you may know that she did just lose, right? No, she won. She beat Hannah Cyphers with a knee bar. Before that, loses against Amanda Ribas. And Amanda looked like a killer. She's the one who sent Paige a packing, I believe. Yeah, she did send Paige a packing. Before that, she's got wins over Amanda Bobby Cooper, Ashley Yoder, Kayleen Medeiros. Let's take a look at Randa Marcus. So, not as impressive as a resume. Just lost to Amanda Ribas also. Has a win over Ashley Yoder. Loss against Claudia Gadelia. Win over Angela Hill. Well, that's pretty impressive, actually. She submitted Angela Hill. Ooh. I don't know. If you're going to go jiu-jitsu for jiu-jitsu here, I think that's the only sub I see. So, no, Courtney, no, she lost to a sub. So I don't see her. She has one other submission via armbar. That was 2014. But then you got Mackenzie tapping girls left and right. So, I got to think. Hi, Amateur, what's up? I got to think. Yeah, I think they want Mackenzie to win because she's very marketable. Very much could be the next star. So we'll see. Johnny Walker. Now, Johnny Walker, when he lost his last fight, Nikita Krylov. Before that, Corey Anderson. I said, "Who is this guy beating?" And he was like getting all the odds, man. Like everyone thought he was the next big thing, but like, who had he beaten? Misha Serkinov, okay. Justin Ledet, Khalil Roundtree, Enrique De Silva, that was on the Contender Series, I don't know. We got Ryan Spann, he's quietly in the light heavyweight division making some noise. Split decision Sam Alvey, beats Devin Clark, beats Little Nog, Luis Enrique. I don't know. It's hard for me to stay on the Johnny Walker hype train, and I think Ryan Spann's going to stop him, man. He's been getting guys left and right here. Yeah. So Ryan Spann beats Johnny Walker. All right. Here's another confusing one. I don't understand the odds in this. So Gerald Meerschaert versus Kazmat Shimanov. Shimanov is, or Chimaya Shimanov. Chimaya is like all of a sudden he's the next big thing here. Yeah, I don't see it, but and I'm gonna explain why. Let's take a look at Meerschaert first. He did just get starched by Ian Heinisch, yeah, and there's no shame in that. And that fight's between March and June, so he had a little time to rest here. Before that, a win over Darian Wynn. Eric Anders could have very easily won that fight. It was a split decision. That was back in October of last year. So that was almost a year ago. He's got wins over Trevin Giles. He's kind of a streaky fighter, but he's lost to some tough guys. He lost to Jack Hermanson. Interesting, man. This is tough because Chimaya, he's got nothing but wins, but I've never heard of these guys. Rice McKee. Let's take a look at him. John Phillips. Let's take a look at Rice McKee here. Because, yeah, he's a 170-pounder. All right. The guy before that, John Phillips. the Welsh Wrecking Machine. He was at 185 pounds. I don't know, man. You know, Mearshot's got the experience. I mean, let's not forget, he was supposed to fight Ed Herman at 205 pounds. You got to think he's the much bigger fella. He's got the octagon experience. There's no crowd there to rile Chimaev. So, that's one thing. But I'd go through the way the odds are here. Bet some money, man. I mean, I'm not saying go bet the house, but I don't know. I just have a feeling here. And, I take that back. Don't bet, because people get into trouble when they take my advice on betting. But yeah, I don't see how Chimaev gets past Mearshart here. And it's real interesting here that, he's getting no love. Mearshart, that is. So, and I don't understand. So, anywho, let me see what's up next. Getting ready to pick here. Cerrone, Nico Price should be a barn burner, man. Very interesting here. I gotta tell you, I don't know what Cerrone's wanting to gain from this. I'm not sure why he didn't stay at lightweight. I mean, he didn't have to be fighting so often to lightweight, but at welterweight, man, these guys are huge. And just all of a sudden, to top guys in the divisions, welterweight and lightweight, Cerrone's got 4 losses in a row. He hasn't won a fight since Ali Quinta back in May 4th, 2019. And, man, that was a brutal fight, too. A month later, he fights Tony Ferguson. Mistake. So he gets a break from June to September, fights Gaethje, gets knocked out. Takes a break from September to January. Conor gets knocked out. Somehow got a unanimous. I thought he won this fight against Anthony Pettis. I think Anthony Pettis thought he won this fight. But nothing but top guys. And then we go to Nico. Nico Price. Vicente Luque just loses, okay? Beats James Vick for that nasty, nasty up kick. Kind of upsetting James Vick's trip to welterweight. Has a loss to Jeff Neal, so he's very streaky as well. Went over Tim Means. But, yeah, I don't know, man. That was a doctor stoppage, too, that Luque fight. I don't know, man. I mean, Cerrone has his moments, okay? Like, he just starches Mike Perry, right? Gosh, let's take a look here. I mean, it's been a while since he won, but, before the Ferguson loss, he had beaten Ali Quinta, Alex Hernandez, Mike Perry, boom, boom, boom. He took Leon all the way to decision. Leon's pretty tough, but he did lose that fight. But, at welter, I like it better at lightweight. What's up, Princess Valerie? I like it better at lightweight, but I got to think that, I got to think that his best days at welterweight are behind him. These guys are too big, too young, too strong. And I got Nico probably going to pick up this win. All right, the main event here. Let me put this out there. Picking Covington versus Woodley now. And I can't type. How about this? Oh my gosh, what a disaster. I'm good. Glad I'm not like on a professional type person that does these kind of things. All right, so we're going to pick Woodley versus Covington right now. And Chris Marr already contributed, said Colby's going to work over Woodley. Too much cardio and volume for the gun-shy Woodley. Woodley swears this is the one where he comes out and he's going to let his hands go like the old days. I don't know. We'll see. And, but Colby, I mean, God bless it, just lost to Usman, okay? And it was a hell of a fight. And I think it was tied going in that 5th round. He got cracked. He went down. Many are saying that, it was kind of one of those things where, it was unfairly stopped. I don't know. I mean, that's tough to say. And there was an on-the-fly decision. I don't know if Colby could have went longer or not. You know, his jaw he thought was broken was not broken. Very interesting things happen in that Usman fight. But before this, you know, he does take out a much, I don't want to say a dilapidated Robbie Lawler, but certainly not at the top of his game. Robbie Lawler wins against Rafael dos Anjos, Damian Maia, Dong Hyun Kim. He hadn't lost since Warley Alves back in 2015, but did fight some real tough guys. So is Tyron. Nothing but one, two, or three guys, in the ranks. Of course, he loses to Usman and Burns, okay? Those two are now fighting for the title. Chokes out Darren Till, sends him to middleweight. Kind of a boring decision win against Damian Maia, but Damian Maia kept trying to take him down over and over again toward the fact I think Woodley's shoulder gave out, which was very, very interesting. Beats Stephen Thompson, had to fight him twice in a row. Beats Robbie Lawler for the belt. Beats Kevin Gaston. We get Kevin, who came in very, very heavy for that fight. But it's hard to say, because we thought we were going to see a motivated Tyron against Gilbert Burns. When we got in the octagon, he just couldn't pull the trigger. So I tend to think that Chris Marr is right. And that Colby is going to be too much for him. And if, you don't think that's it, you don't think that's the way it is, then feel free to help me pick here. But I don't see how Colby doesn't win this fight unless Woodley just starches him from the get-go. But I think the cardio is going to be too much for him. I think the pace he puts on him is going to be too much. Usman put that same pace on him. Burns put that same pace on him, and he had no answer for it. Maybe he lets the hands go. There's always a chance. It's 1 in a million, but there's always a chance. So, but that's it. That's the fights, unless there's anyone else that wants to say anything. If you are on YouTube, please hit subscribe. I'm trying to build that up. I want to get some multi-streaming going, but that's it until next week. So, shalom. I'll throw that in there. Yeah.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.